Hello everybody, my name is Cody Brave bringing us yet another video, and in today's video, we're continuing the Pokemon series. I know, it's been a little bit since I uploaded. Sunday is always hard. Yesterday I got caught up in a lot of other things dealing with me, so I just kind of took it as a break. I did play a good bit of Pokemon yesterday. As you can see, I am in a different area. I last was in Vermilion, and I also have a lot different team. Well, not a lot different, but as you can see, Wall Maria, the Lairon is now Wall Maria, the Aggron, and I also went back to the Hylian Temple to do exactly what I said I wanted to do, which was to catch a Kadabra, and then get it to become an Alakazam, who I've named Joestar, being the fact that he has some, psychic abilities, and is all about foresight and future type of things, so he's kind of named after Grandpa Joestar to be exact, from Part 3 with Hermit Purple, but Grandpa Joestar wouldn't fit, so he is just he's just a good old Joestar, featuring all of the Joestar family, because I don't know if there's really any other Pokemon that I could really, have somebody be named after. Jotaro, or Josuke, or Giorno, or recently released, not released, but announced to be getting an anime adaptation, Jolene, who is now Stone Ocean. Part 6 has been confirmed. Don't know when it'll actually come out, but, more more JoJo hype there, so. But as you see, these are his stats. Unfortunately, lowering his special attack, but raising his special defense, which is nice, but, I would prefer that his attack was a lot higher. Boosting that, but lowering, like, normal attack or something. That would have been the best case right there. He has Twisted Spoons, so his psychic moves are stronger, and he has Synchronize. And then his moves are basically all psychic, special attack oriented, and then Recover, because it's just generally a pretty strong move. And then you have the Wall that will stand tall. Well, Wall Maria doesn't stand tall, it blows up. Most of them do, actually. But I just thought it was a fitting name because it's a wall, it's female, anime reference, Wall Maria. So you got Wall Maria, the Aggron, who is holding Rotten Leftovers, so that the wall really can stand tall. So even when you damage it, it'll heal up in a little bit. No nature to it, it has sturdy, and as you can see by that defense, this really do be the wall though. So it ain't gonna be taking a lot of damage from most things. The attacks are a little on the iffy side, rock side, never a big fan of anything less than 100, and 95 I'm alright with. This is all the way down to 90, which is a little down, but of course, Wall Maria here is not supposed to be my main damage dealer, which you can especially see in, the attack stat isn't bad, but it isn't exactly an area that I would like. Especially because that's not like going down or up or anything, so rather neutral. So if I can get some better, steel type or rock type moves onto her, then I will, but for now, this is what she is. Other changes is I went back to the, while I was in the Hylian Temple, I decided to just go to the very end of it, and right where I was having the feast with, Chutu, I believe his name was, or Kutu, something like that. The actual, chief and the cardinal of that area. If I went back to there when they weren't there, there was, a little blue pillar thing where I was able to teach, Shallock Starburst, which, yes, I don't like the 90% accuracy things, but being a 90% accuracy move that deals 130% and it's stab, meaning that this thing is gonna deal, a lot. I think it's like 195, because I believe stab is an extra 50% damage boost. So got rid of Giga Drain, and I'm now using that. And also has Chlorophyll, so boosts the Pokemon speed set and harsh sunlight. Then we have Cheshire. I'm just doing this because I haven't done a team recap almost ever, I think, like an actual proper team recap to show everything, especially because I'm going into an area that's a kind of large battling section, I'm going to guess, because I'm going to head over to fight Team Dimension in their base. So I don't know how much I'm actually going to be doing in there. So I decided to, as you can see, I trained both of these up to 45, which I thought was a good enough level to really be able to go in, because I think a lot of the Pokemon have so far been like the mid 40 range. So, you know, I'll have, of course, you know, the main big boys here being my my protectors of it, and then if I need to, I can, you know, wall it, or I can do some high damage. So I have them, and you'll have Cheshire, the Gengar, who's rocking Spell Tag, and getting defense and lowering special attack. So once again, not at all what I would like on Cheshire. I don't want to be losing special attack, and especially to be gaining defense. I'd rather it be flipped, to lose defense but to gain special attack. And they've got the spell tag to increase her ghost type moves and cursed body. And we're rocking Dark Pulse, Shadow Punch, Psychic, and Shadow Ball. If I can get a better ghost type or dark type move, which I don't know if there really is anything that has like the same style that I like of the high accuracy type of things. Like, I think I might have an HM that is better than this, but this cannot miss, which is something that I love to see, so I'll always be rocking that. Next up, you got Bakugo, who's rocking Charcoal, and it is our Electabuzz, who is a Xeno Pokemon all the way from the start of the series, and I've had him ever since. Been rocking him, and he's fantastic. Rocking Charcoal for the fire type moves. Might switch that out for something else, I don't know yet. And I don't mind the fact that we're lowering special attack because we're gaining speed in exchange. So the fact that I'll almost always be able to outspeed means that, you know, I don't need to worry about, oh, I went second and I don't OHKO on my move. Now it's, I don't OHKO on my move, but I also got to go first. So on the next turn, I know I'm going first again, so I can, you know, clean up the mess. So overall, I mean, level 67, so of course the stats are going to be pretty high. And has also got Levitate, which really helps the fact that, you know, he's an electric type and a fire type, so this gets rid of the ground type weakness that they have. So really good. And we're rocking Flamethrower, Fire Blast. I love the high damage that Fire Blast does, so I don't mind having it. And I rarely use it because Flamethrower's got 15, Thunderbolt's got 15, and Low Kick has 20. So all in all, you know, fairly balanced for how I have him built. Next up is Happy, who I haven't really found like a very adequate replacement for Happy. I was kind of thinking about putting my Cosmonaut onto the team, just because, you know, he's all, you know, a rather kind of unique with it being Rock and Psychic, but I already have a Rock here and a Psychic here, and the flying is actually kind of helpful in some areas, so I don't mind needing to switch over to Happy. You know, getting special attack and lowering speed, not what I would like, of course, because Rapidash is known for being an extremely fast Pokemon, so I would prefer that, but it's whatever. Rocking the Sky Plate for those flying type moves to do a bit more damage, and Cloud Burst, which is pretty cool to when it happens, because it'll allow for Wild Charge and Discharge to become Stab. And then I have Gust and Air Slash still, because I mean, I don't actually throw Happy out too often, so I don't need to worry too much about his stats. And lastly, we got Justa, who's rocking Twisted Spoons, and I've already showcased everything. Hopefully, once, you know, these guys get to the same level as the rest of the crew, into like the 60 range, their stats that are looking rather low will turn out to be pretty high like the rest of them. Like a 200 defense Aggron would be amazing to see. So hopefully we'll be able to slowly but surely level them up. I will be... I'm gonna rock Cheshire in the front with, so if there's any double battles I can have the wall standing there, and then having a pretty like strong Pokemon who can also help with weaknesses in other areas. Oh, hey, Cody, this way.
Nice to see you again. So, how was your battle against the gym leader?
I won.
Yowza, so you got all the badges, that's great.
Cody, you have my congratulations, but we're not here for this now. Alice, let's focus on our goals. According to my informer, Team Dimension's hideout must be in the city's underground. There's got to be a passageway to get down there.
Hey, Aster, you're right. Sleeves up and let's find it.
Hey, I know where it is. Hold on, guys. Let me inform you on the location of this. Move, press. Hey, what are you staring at? Out of my face now. What? So I'm hiding a secret switch now. Look at what I gotta hear about. We robots are not liars, unlike you humans, and I'll prove it to you with a battle. Sounds like something a liar would say. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't think robots are programmed to only tell the truth. You're programmed to do a specific task, and your task might include being a little butt face. So, what typing are you? Because I am extremely confused. You are Dark type. That's what I was figuring by the fact that Dark wasn't very effective, and I think that also means that Ghost will be not very effective. So, but it is stab, and it is. I don't think it's higher base damage, but I think it's because it's stab, and I have the spell tag on, so pretty strong. And then just hit him with a good old psychic because psychic is good against poison. Yes, around the world plays while you're fighting Team Dimension grunts. It's great. Curse you, my cover is blown. Oh, okay, I was kind of expecting Aster and Alice, and I did kind of like look into some stuff. I was like thinking, oh, if you had chosen to play as Alice, would the roles have been like, what would the roles have been switched to if you chose to be the female character? Who would have been your your love interest? No, like, oops, like it literally is like any other Pokemon game. Your rival is like in the later Pokemon games when you would actually play as you could choose male or female and have like a big difference in the overall thing, because you didn't just have a set rival. Like no matter who you were, you would always play. Your rival would always be Gary. Your rival would always be blank. Like it literally is that if you choose to play as the male character, then Alice is running around as like kind of the love interest and the kind of helper in a sense, like the support character. And if you chose to play as the female character, you're playing as Alice, and then Kai, I believe is what his actual name is, will be running around acting doing what Alice does. Would he also have a Pikachu in that situation, or would they have given him like an Eevee or something? Because Pikachu and Eevee are linked for the most part, so would they have given him an Eevee and had him running around doing stuff? There it is. So, and I don't call for the other people. The casino manager has found an old cabin over here, but I have to say it is really strange looking. We've been observing it for a while now, but we can't figure out how it works. Laymen are asked to keep a safe distance from it for the time being. I don't know if that's a reference to anything in the older Pokemon games. Oh, you can find Pocket Monsters here. You poison? Yeah. Alright, so that kind of reminds me of it's in Sun and Moon. Fight me. It's in Sun and Moon, and it's like it's a little like a water type. It's a tiny little fish. It might be a tadpole. I don't remember if it's just a fish or a tadpole, and it has the exact same ability where it'll like call for allies. Yeah, call for fellows to help, and it'll like all swarm around it, and it'll make a bigger fish. But I can't think of what it's called. Not off the top of my head, because that wasn't my main. Later Pokemon gens was not my my ones to play and do stuff with, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what I'm thinking of. I can see it in my head, and I'm sure if, you know, anybody who's played and like done stuff with the other gens, you would be able to say, oh yeah, obviously that's a wispy, Whiscash, but I know that's a different Pokemon. Hello, sir. Landon, you psychopath. I'm out here trying to fight with all y'all. Throw out that Crustle. Throw out that Bug. Let's see what that Bug Rock do against my Shadow Ball. See what it does against my Blue Eyes White Dragon. Why do you have Sturdy? Why does every crusty Rock-type Pokemon got Sturdy on them? Like, even my dope-ass looking Aggron got Sturdy. Like, I'm pretty sure that there are some real dope abilities that I could have gotten on a Aggron, but no, I'm out here rocking Sturdy. So in the off chance that, I don't know, a ground type I think would be double effective maybe, hits my, even then it would be like a special type special type ground move, or maybe like a fighting or ice type move hits me. Like, yeah, then I guess I'll survive, you know, I'll survive on 1 HP, but, like, am I really, like, you know, worried about the off chance that somebody really out here rocking something that can OHKO him? I mean, yeah, he's kind of weak on his special defense, but that'll probably be slowly going up as I actually go around and train. And because it seems like there's a decent bit of poison types down here, I'm gonna rock Joestar so I can get maybe a little bit of, oh, that is not a walkway, because it seems like there's a bit of like miscellaneous poisons and stuff. I think Joestar should be able to easily kill them all, being that, you know, he's a lot stronger than Cheshire when it comes to the attack, just because he's technically stab, which, you know, the amount of math that really goes into, wow, you even have Robert here, like the amount of like miscellaneous math that really goes into the attack and defense stats of everything is absurd. Why on earth did someone build a shrine in a place like this? I can't really understand these new cults. If I were you, I'd stay away from it. No. Show me what you got. I want to know, because this has an odd Jason feel to me. Just because Jason had like he'd keep his ma's head after she got decapitated on a mama shrine with her sweater. And then being down here in like the swamp like this, or not the swamp, the sewers like this, in Jason 9, Jason Takes Manhattan. This is where you are. You're in the sewers in Manhattan for a good bit of, well, not a good bit of it. You're in there towards the end. Yeah, you know what? Let's throw out the wall, because if I'm gonna go up against something that I assume probably won't be able to OHKO me anytime soon, and then we go for Iron Head. Oh yeah, that's the always do half of your HP, which is really annoying. Endeavor? Yeah, you're supposed to have, that's really good if I hit you first, if I'm not mistaken, because that's kind of, I think, isn't it, I don't know, is Endeavor similar to Revenge, or is Endeavor just the lower your HP is, the more damage you deal? I think it's however much damage you took, you'll deal it back, but then because he wasn't damaged on that exact turn, he wouldn't actually be able to do it. Because I know there's like a weird, there's like a cheese strat that you can do with with a Rattata, where you put a focus sash on them, and then you get hit because you're so much lower level than the enemy. You'll purposely get hit, and then you'll use Endeavor to bring them down to 1 HP, essentially, and then in turn, on the next turn, you'll use Quick Attack and just kill it, because odds are you know, your opponent wouldn't be rocking a priority move like you are, and yeah, it's just a funny cheese strat, which doesn't always work, but when it does, it's hilarious to see that your level 1 Pokemon can technically beat, the level 100 Mewtwo just because you did that type of strat. Or me, my friend Heidi and I, the person who did my logo, who I've talked about a couple of times, we were talking. Oh, it's a glitch area. We were talking yesterday a bit about, or maybe not yesterday, maybe it might have been the day before. We were talking about Pokemon because we're both big fans, and we brought up Oko moves having 30% accuracy. Is there ever like a viable time for them? And then I brought up the move Mind Reader, which allows you to guarantee that the next attack you do hits. So it's that and Lock On and maybe one other all have the exact same effect of you use it on this turn, your next turn you're guaranteed to hit the enemy no matter how low your accuracy. You could be using your Oko move, which is base 30 accuracy, against somebody who has Grace Area Evasion to the max, and they also load your accuracy to the minimum it could be, giving you basically a like 0.00% chance, super low chance to actually hit them. Well, Mind Reader and Lock On guarantee the hit, and they're both really good, which means that if a Pokemon can learn both of them, a Oko move and one of those two moves, then they'd be able to Oko the enemy every single time, in like 2-turn Okos. Really? Sucker Punch? Why does every single Pokemon have Sucker Punch nowadays? I remember like Sucker Punch was used for was on like 2 Pokemon for like the longest time, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, every single Pokemon gets Sucker Punch because ugh. But yeah, we were talking about it, and Mind Reader is a little bit better than Lock On, because technically Lock On, being the fact that it has to target the enemy, it is a normal type move, which means that if you try to use Lock On a Ghost type Pokemon, it fails because you can't use a normal type move on a Ghost type. So technically, if you attempt to use it, nothing happens, which is why it's better to use Mind Reader, because it's not targeting a Pokemon, it is allowing yourself. It is a like self put on move. So instead of going, oh, I can't hit I target the enemy, which also means that if you're in a double battle, you have to attack the targeted enemy for it. So you couldn't do Lock On the enemy Rattata and then use the Oko move on the enemy Bremen here, because they are they're separate. You targeted the other person, so you wouldn't technically hit them because it isn't the right person. Wow, I actually got the all stat up from that. Doesn't outspeed me, thankfully, but of course, as I've said a couple of times, of course you would have something super effective against psychic types for whatever reason. I didn't see what you were throwing out. Togecool. That looks like a different Togecool, but that could just be because of what did I say? Like, every single Pokemon has it, and every single trainer rocks it. Like, I don't know if I've gone up against something that wouldn't have Sucker Punch, and then you don't use Sucker Punch now because you want to use Chatter against the Poison Ghost type and not the Dark type move. But whatever. But we're talking about it, and Lock On being the fact that you have to say this is the one that I'm going to be targeting. So both of them are fine to use in a I probably shouldn't use the Max Revive there, but like both of them are fine to use in a single battle because, you know, as long as you're not going a ghost type, they'll both have the exact same effect. But in double battles, Mind Reader is technically a little bit better. And then one of the main issues is that there aren't a lot of Pokemon that you must be able to turn it on. There aren't a lot of Pokemon that can actually learn both the guaranteed hit and then the actual Oko move. And I think the only Pokemon that can naturally learn both of an Oko move and a guaranteed hit ability is Articuno, who is, you know, arguably the worst of the legendary trios from first gen. And I believe they might be the only one. We didn't do quite as much, like we didn't like scroll through every single Pokemon because Bulbapedia was just being dumb for me, and we were playing Stardew. So we were kind of like more paying attention to wanting to do stuff in Stardew than we were trying to figure out every, you know, different miscellaneous thing that every Pokemon can do in the game. So it was like, yeah, okay, we'll look at that later. So, but as far as I could remember, it's basically there are 4 Oko moves, being it was Sheer Cold, Horn Drill, Guillotine, and Fissure. And then from what we could find, the 2 guarantee to hit move, like your next hit guarantees hit moves were Lock On and Mind Reader. As far as we could, you know, from what we found. Really? What? I mean, that is ultimately pointless. Thank you for that. But that was, you know, that was what we, with our little, you know, like going in. I don't even remember what really brought it up. I think it was just something in Stardew. We Oko, like it probably was like we went back into like the earlier caves or something, because we're extremely far in the game, a lot farther than I am in my single player game, because I've kind of like started slowing down a little bit because of you know, with Xenoverse and with Isaac, because I was practicing a good bit of Isaac and trying to get a decent bit of unlocks, because that might be the series that takes over the daily series spot until I find a new game to play, because Isaac on the end, you know, the end of last month, for anybody who does play Isaac, or, you know, anybody who is interested in the Binding of Isaac, I will try to showcase it at some point. At the end of last month, it got its final DLC. It got Anti-Birth, I believe is what it is being called for. It's Repentance. I think it's being called Repentance for what Ed McMillan and the crew called it, but it is basically they took the mods from the Anti-Birth mod style that they were doing, that the fans had created. So they took that and they were like, yeah, man, about to spur repel. So they kind of took all those. They of course took in a couple of the mod, like the actual mod developers. So it wasn't like, oh, they see this and then they just like went and took everything that they were doing and were like, look guys, these are our ideas. This is my creation. And you know, it's like, I mean, no, but okay. But no, like they actually took them in, and it was a huge update. A lot of stuff came to it. It is DLC, so you would have to buy it. You do need all the previous DLCs as well, because it's not like DLC like in, you know, like in Borderlands, which is another game that at some point I'd like to showcase on my channel, where it was basically, come on, Steel type, really? That you'd basically, you'd go out, I'm gonna hit him with the future sight, you'd like buy the DLC, and then there was a completely like separate, you know, expansion pack. Like this was a whole new area that you could go to, and a whole new area that you'd go and play and do stuff in, it was actually like just continuation of the game and adding more stuff into the core game. And then it really just made the game a lot of fun. I hope you're not a dark type, because that'd be really annoying. Because then future sight, which will hit right after I've healed, and then the foe takes future sight. That's why I set it up. So, you know, it isn't like a whole separate new world you go and explore. It is just straight up, you know, add more items to the game, new bosses, some tweaks here or there, miscellaneous things. I've gone on record saying that this is my favorite Pokemon of the all time. I love Porygon. Like, just its design, like, it's so goofy and like funny looking, and I love it. I want it, but I can't have it for some odd reason. Because I can't find a Porygon to turn into a Porygon 2 to turn into a Porygon Z. Really? God, dude, like, you really gotta get some, like, better Pokemon, dude. Like, I really just, I might have to, like, rare candy him up a little bit, because he is, like, how low Walmaria actually is right now. Because, like, for being, you know, the wall as, like, my wall Pokemon, the one, you know, who's supposed to tank every attack that comes my way, and is supposed to kind of, like, you know, protect and everything. It just ain't there, you know? Walmaria just can't perform how I would be liking her to. So, you know, hopefully I'll get her higher in levels. Where am I supposed to go? Oh. It's a Pokéden. Oh, okay. I guess it makes sense to the Pokéden and not me. Oh, okay, I see. It's like the, one of the mazes in the older game. Okay. Oh, hello, Moose. No, kill it. Alright, cool. But yeah, so it's, the Binding of Isaac will probably be on the channel at some point. Nice. Yeah, but this was stuff in some of the older games where you would when you went in, you would kind of be, yeah, and by going back it would break. Ah, man, it sends me all the way out. And it's not like I can use, like, flash or something to gain my sight or anything. And then, yeah, I run into... Okay, no, I still have moves. That's cool. Okay, I don't have to do it that way, but... Oh, that's right. Forgot I had that. But... So I do expect at some that when this series ends, I might like take like a short little break or something to kind of like a short little break to try to get, you know, back into playing and like a mood to really try to put out a new daily series to try to get it more like properly recording and everything for Isaac as I'm switching from trying to record Pokemon and stuff to trying to record on rather than like these, like it's a small screen. This doesn't fill up my entire computer monitor or anything. It's a rather small size thing, but my recording software allows me to make it to record the entire screen so that there is no like black edges, which usually I think is what happens when you go into full screen. Isaac is a different appearance because it's basically going off of a Steam game. So it'll have the same show of Stardew of being like a fully, like an actual full thing. I'm just doing it this way because last time I tried to record Isaac a while back when I was still doing Slime Rancher, I wanted to do Isaac, but for whatever reason, when I tried to record Isaac, the video would turn out upside down, and I don't know why, but I believe that at this point I have fixed it, so it should no longer, yeah, that would be Electabuzz, it should no longer be upside down, so I should be able to just hop in and start playing the game and showcasing it for you guys. So it will just take me, you know, I'll probably take a little bit of a break to make sure that everything's good and to not really like dry myself out too much. I have to be missing something, right? But what am I missing is the issue. Nope, not that. But I do see, oh, I never went this way, really? Okay. So yeah, so do expect that. I will try to get a new daily series out, and I will also hopefully... Really? Was I supposed to like go and get Aster in them or something, so that I can have like backup to beat up these kids? Oh, and that's probably the robot that was over here who was turned off, right? So, I will hopefully kind of get back into the swing of things with more and different miscellaneous items. And hopefully I'll find, you know, if I can't do constant Isaac, because, you know, I'm definitely not like, you know, Sinvicta or NL Northern Lion, who, you know, are pretty good at Isaac, and, you know, they have a pretty high streak, and they rarely does Sinvicta lose. I mean, I don't know if, I believe the streak is still going. I haven't watched him for a little bit, but he basically had like a 1,000 Eden wins streak, which is insane. And then NL is just, he's also, you know, he's been playing it for so long that he just, you know, he is extremely good at it. So I don't know how, you know, I don't want to be showcasing me losing, you know, 5 minutes in 12 times in one video. You know, I would like to try to get, you know, one video is just the win. Maybe it's 2 games, you know, 2 goes at it, depending on how I do in the actual setup. And then after that, other things down the pipeline. Of course, the D&D stuff will be continuing. I'm also hoping to try to get, there's another thing I want to get out that will hopefully, because I believe I've been looking at some stuff. The game is supposed to come out in spring. I can't think what the name is called off the top of my head, but it's supposed to come out sometime in spring, so hopefully I'll be able to make videos on that at some point too. So, hey, why the hell did you activate me? I was here for a very specific reason. Block the access. I'll keep you out with a battle. Buzzaza. So, you know, just as like a general, you know, I like to keep you guys, you know, in the loop of what I have planned personally. You know, I do want you guys to know that there will be, you know, some Pokemon videos. Well, there probably isn't much Pokemon left, to be honest, because I'm assuming that I probably have, you know, the little bit of area that's left here to do, and then I have to, I have like this little bit of area left to do with the Team Dimension stuff. I don't know how much Team Dimension stuff there is left, because I mean, usually, I mean, if it's going off of, the first Pokemon game, you fought Team Rocket. Like, why do you have Sturdy? You were such a bizarre Pokemon to have Sturdy. But, you know, like, going off the first Pokemon, it wasn't, the very last thing you did was not go and beat Team Rocket and do stuff with them. You actually, like, went and did Team Rocket, and then you went and did some more things. But there's also no Elite Four for me to go up against, so I don't exactly know, like, what the main plan for everything is in this game. So I'm hoping there isn't, you know, like another 6 videos worth of stuff, because I'm sure that you guys, you know, maybe if you're really enjoying the series, you don't mind having another 6 hours or so of me playing this game, but just because it's dramatic to have it this way. I'm sure you guys won't mind me having another 6 hours of this onto my channel, but I would like to try to wrap this up kind of soon. So I'm assuming that it's going to be I fight him, take him out of his alter state to be normal Trey. They open up the Xenoverse rift. I have to fight the evil legendary guy, and then it might be another like guaranteed loss battle like I did way early on against Sergeants A and B, and then the legendary, the light universe, the light legendary Pokemon comes on in and like helps and like infuses his power into Shylion, and oh, now you save the day. Would you look at that? You actually decided to show up in the end. It's not because of that old geezer's order. I'm here because I want to. I couldn't wait any longer to challenge you and prove everyone, and myself included, that I'm better than you. You, the noob who has everyone at his feet, you'll pray to be spared. I'll make you fall down before true strength. Yeah, I don't know what typing this is. I believe it was, I think it's a Steel Electric, so maybe Rocky Bakugo would have been smarter. But, wow, and you actually have a full team. He's actually just been rocking nothing but, just his one starter, and that's all he's had. But I guess he's thought, oh hey, maybe it'd be smarter. Of course, why wouldn't it OHKO me at 231 HP? But I wouldn't OHKO, and oh, you have a Citrus Berry. God, dude. I honestly think that Joestar with Psychic, I think he'll outspeed and OHKO. Yep. Sick. That's some decent experience for Joestar there. I wonder if he would have OHKO'd him full. Ooh. Calm Mind, though. Should just make him... Maybe, for something else I would do that, but for now, I won't try to have a full setup move of just throwing him in and Calm Minding until I'm, you know, extremely strong and can one-shot everything. Yeah, like, why wouldn't you be rocking an Okaberry? Like, I'm glad that they are, you know, giving them, like, actual items on them, but, like, the amount of Pokemon, I don't know what that is, the amount of Pokemon that have, you know, stuff that resist, like, actual, like, competitive. You're a ground type? What part of you is are you a flying ground? What are you? Can I do low kick? I'm sorry, did you just outspeed? At 16 levels under, did you just outspeed me? How? I don't believe that one bit. That is insane. Also, I guess you're not a flying type, because then low kick wouldn't have done anywhere near that much damage. As Automatize. I mean, I won't use Protect, because yeah, I want him to be the wall, but I'm not a Protect user. I would prefer like if I could have a healing move, then I would have a healing move, but I can't have a healing move, so it is what it is. I should have guessed that you would use Sucker Punch because everything else uses Sucker Punch nowadays, so yeah, you can really tell I'm not a fan of Sucker Punch, because it is, in my opinion, Sucker Punch is a really dumb ability of just like, oh, because the opponent wants to attack, you get to hit them first. Really? You go first. 15 levels under. Okay. Alright, Cheshire. I don't know what typing this guy is, but Shadow Ball should be able to do a decent chunk of damage. You're Dark type, I guess. Why wouldn't you be? Yeah, so this is the only move I can do, because at least this will be stab for a bit of extra damage. And what is that? Oh, yeah, it's dark, isn't it? Oh, and I barely hung on. And you used a full restore. Why would you not use a full restore? Wow, did I really just get like a low roll on that too? Dang, that really did look like a low roll to me. Wall Maria, can you survive one hit? Probably not. But if you can, that would be really cool. You use a second full restore. You really want to keep Sabolt alive. Is dig, because I'm assuming you're electric, right? Wow. Nowhere near as much damage as I was hoping for. Don't insta-kill me? No, of course it insta-killed me. Because I can't throw Joestar out. Like, if I have to throw Joestar out, then I'm using, then I'll be throwing him out to revive my team, not to actually fight. Oh yeah, and you're just pure flying right now, and now you became furious, or you're an electric type. So now this should do a little bit more damage because it's stab. Hey, critical, thank you. So what is your last Pokemon? 'Cause I think I saw that you had one more left. Oh, also Rapidash, that's right. Because you got the Rapidash, I had a Ponyta. And I'm gonna use Wild Charge and hopefully Oko you. Yep, sick. Oh, I thought I just killed Happy. I was like, well, I guess Joestar gets all the XP. The power I've always longed for. Final Clash. Oh, so that'll be the final fight with him. I was assuming so, because we're gonna hopefully knock Alter out of him. It's kind of hard to see if he has less gray to him. What is the meaning of this? How could all of this power have no effect on you? Maybe I'm not the only one who had to face ordeals. It's because you don't have enough hate, Sasuke. Have you gone through difficult obstacles that have made you and your Pokemon stronger as well? Yeah? Ah, well, yeah, that is definitely what training looks like. Maybe all this contempt that always pushed me against everyone and everything is nothing but envy. But such childish behavior won't get me anywhere. They say Pokemon are the reflection of their trainer, and your victory proves you're a step above me. So all I can do is learn from someone like you. Without control there is no power, and I let the latter completely overwhelm me. Only so that I could prove to those who always pushed me around that I'm worth something. Yet, by doing so, I've done nothing but obey the plans of those mutts. I would assume it's probably Aster. Here you are. Because following in behind me is, yeah, it's my crew.
Cody, are you alright?
I knew you would have found the passageway. Yeah, I probably should have told you guys. And who's this guy? I'm but a pawn in the hands of Team Dimension. Trey, to make a long story short.
So Cody has given you a lesson, huh?
Yeah, it did. Arcade Odom. So it seems. Let me help you thwart the plans of that bunch of maniacs now. Who do you think we are? We're not going to let you get us into a trap.
Aster is right.
No, guys. He's chill.
Are you sure of what you're saying, Cody? Should we really trust this guy?
Absolutely, yes.
Alright, you know, I believe in you.
Well, we have no other way to get on that rocket, to be honest. You seem to be really well trusted by your folks, don't you, Cody?
You betcha.
Let's focus on our goal, guys. Trey, tell us what we need to do to stop all this. There's not much you can do by now. This rocket will go off towards the moon any minute now. Getting on board is the only shot you got. Wait, do I get to go to the moon? Well then. Cody, we're waiting just for you. Will any of you heal my Pokemon? Well, I'm gonna wrap up this video here. I'll probably go and heal my Pokemon Look at the squad. Look at the squad. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I'll probably go and heal my Pokemon in between this and tomorrow's episode. This is going up super early, by the way. I'm recording this from I started this at like 4:30ish. Is when I started recording, so it's now just about 5:20 a.m. by the way. So extremely early upload. Don't expect that too often. I couldn't sleep, so I decided to real quick make this video because I don't know if I'll have time later on today. So I was like, yeah, I gotta get this video out today now. So, but that does it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, then consider hitting the like button and commenting down below what you guys did enjoy, so I continue doing it to continue making the videos as well as I do. If you guys didn't like the video, then go ahead and dislike it and comment down below what you guys didn't like so I can improve upon it and make it better for you. If you guys want to know when I upload, then the best way to know is by subscribing. But that does it for this video. Until next time, bye guys.